Hello everyone. Today we'll discuss how to do programming in Compact Control Builder AC 800M version 5.0.1. Previously we have discussed about how to configure our ABB PLC using this software. So in this video, we're going to explain how to do programming using functional block diagrams and how to create a program. And I'm using a basic AND gate operation. So this is an open loop process. So let's check our previous session. Once see the IP address. I have given IP address previously as 172.16.4.6, and I'm checking for errors. Now save and close. So I'm my PLC address and my hardware address which are given for Ethernet communication is matching. So we have successfully configured in previous video. I've explained it clearly for you guys. So in this video, we're going to create it in program 1, that is PLC 1 fast. We can also create in program 2, that is PLC normal 2 also. But based on our application, we can use it. I'm using in test mode application. So I'm creating insert a function block diagram. The name we can give a function block diagram FBD1. For better understanding, I'm giving like this. So FBD is a function block diagram page. And on the left side of it we can create any code like if else or conditions or while loop conditions. On the right side of the page, this is a function block. We can create a function block by inserting it. There are different functions like counters, timers, and I'm using an AND gate operation. So there are many operations. I'm considering an AND gate operation. It's a boolean, double word and word, so I'm selecting boolean format. The size is 2. So click on OK. This is not a parameter, so I'm using it as an unconnected parameter because I'm considering this as a variable. It is so I'm considering this as an unconnected parameter. Okay. So for a better understanding, let us put a comment as an AND gate operation. So this is a basic AND gate operation, and we can also call this an open loop process. So after applying it, you can see on the window. So now you need to give 2 inputs and 1 output. So you can see a direction that is forward or backward or invert options, and next you can see unconnected parameter. So previously I mentioned we are using unconnected parameter because we are considering these inputs as a variables and we are not using any PLC. So they are considering it as an unconnected parameters. Okay. So click on unconnected parameter and give as input 1. So IN1 is nothing but input 1. So I'm giving 2 inputs and 1 output. You can also see the above page which considering a variables and function blocks. After mentioning here, we can see the same name and function block type out there. This is an instruction list actually. You can click on apply and next after giving input 1. So it will go for the next input. So I'm considering this input 1, input 2 and output 1. Same condition. Now click on OK. So I've given two inputs and 1 output. Click on error check. So there are no errors. This is an error-free program. And click on save and close it. So you are given our program. So we need to assign our modules. Okay. So we have created 2 inputs, right? So where should we assign? We can see in settings there are different activate channels, and this is the channel. In connections part we need to give using a insert path from tree. So it is inserted through an attribute. The attribute is nothing but an application 1 which you have created our program in that, right? So there we need to give it. So in properties we can see inverted. So for input, when giving inputs, we can see there is an invert option. If we are using invert option, we can click on after giving invert option in test mode we can observe it. Whereas in force values, these force values can be observed in online connection. So here we need to give it, right? So open on connections and give insert path from tree as input 1 and input 2. So you created 2 inputs, and now you need to give. So these are the 2 inputs which are given to the digital inputs. So I'm considering this as the digital inputs. Okay. So I've given over here. After giving it, we need to save it. So go to the hardware which you created digital inputs. and click on errors. Check for the errors. After that, save and close it. Next, go for digital output. Similarly, we should give digital output connection over here. Insert a path from the tree with the sorry, with an attribute. It is not possible. While giving direct an attribute is not possible. We need to give an application one, program one dot output one. Then only it will show no errors, and you can save and close it. So you are now in offline mode. So you are given our digital inputs and digital outputs. This is the two digital inputs and one digital output. Now check for the errors, save and close it. Okay. So you need to click on test mode because we are not using any PLC. Just we are running in this this configuration through a simulation mode. So I'm starting through cold. That is cold restart. You can give warm also. After giving that, you can see a warning window that shows a controller is empty. No problem, you can continue because you're not using any controller, so that's why it's showing is empty. After clicking on it, you can see the online condition. The simulation online condition. We should force on the inputs. There is input one is true. You can see there. We know the basic AND gate operation. If both the inputs are true, then the output will be in the true condition. If one of the input is off, then the output will be false. So I'm forcing on, and above the screen we can see the instruction list chart and variables, the true condition, the current value status, we can observe it, and also different IO addresses. So after completion, you can go to offline by stopping it. So hope you guys understand this video, and this is a basic AND gate operation. It's also called as a open loop process. So I've configured a hardware with the PLC controller with the same IP address. So this is the ABB PLC AC 800M. I'm just downloaded from Google. So these are the digital inputs, and the right side is a power supply cord, and then bottom is a communication part. So thank you. Subscribe our channel for more interesting videos.